Everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Paul Nguma, founder of PATTERNOLOGY LAB. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with y'all a stock that is ready to go crazy tomorrow and why you should keep it on your watch list. And I'm also going to be answering some of you guys' questions for those of y'all who continue to drop those stocks of interest in the comment section of our last video, right after the intro. Alright y'all, before we begin again, do not forget to annihilate the like button on your way in. And also do not forget to subscribe if you are new to the channel, right? So let's get started right off the bat. So right now we have the SPY. In my last video, I told you guys that we were going to experience a chop fest over here before proceeding to 44.60 later on during the week. And that's pretty much what it did. It climbed up slowly throughout the rest of the week. It hit 44.60, even 44.63 before we experienced some type of turbulence, right? This is the turbulence that we're experiencing right now. It is completely normal, completely fine. I think that we may see an evening star, right? We may see this thing drop a little bit lower towards like 44.35. on Monday, which is tomorrow, and then maybe Tuesday before we bounce. All right, I'm not too bearish on the market. Again, the trend is still upwards, but these little dips are normal, so just keep that in mind and don't be surprised as you are trading in the market. All right, now for the stock that all of you should be keeping in your watch list for tomorrow, that stock is SBUX. All right, and the reason why I like SBUX, Starbucks, is because of this. Number one, if you change this to the 4-hour, you can clearly see that it is bouncing off of a previous level of support right over here. It held quite well. All right. Number two is the pattern that I see on here. Actually still only 4-hour. I think it's still on here. Yeah, it is. It's the falling wedge right over here. All right. Falling wedge is right there. It's very, very, very clean, and it broke out on Friday, and it looks like it wants to make a move all the way up to at least 118, at most 119, somewhere in this region right over here. All right, now will the market drag it down, like make it go a little bit longer before moving? That could happen, and be mindful of that if it does happen. But right now, this is just a very bullish structure. I like the way it's looking. Definitely keep it on your watch list. Starbucks is a reputable company, not a treasury company. I like it a lot, so it's definitely worth sharing in this video. All right, now let's talk about you guys' stocks of interest. Again, for those of y'all who dropped those in the comment section of our last video, the first one that we're going to address is NEO. All right, and somebody asked about NEO. I was watching this one during the week. I wanted to take a long position on it because I saw a flag that looked pretty tempting, right? I wanted to see this thing trade over here some more, and then eventually run out this way towards 48 and maybe even 50. But it took the way down, and right now bears are like all over this thing. And I think that it can go all the way down to like $39 on Monday before we see some type of rebound at these lows right over here. All right, so just watch that one for a potential drop. And somebody may argue, but what about this one? Could this one also serve as support? It definitely could. It definitely could. But given the way the market is looking like right now, it could get a little worse. And I told y'all, the SPY can get all the way down to 44.35. If that happens, NEO may also dip a little bit further. Just keep that in mind and don't be surprised. All right, so that's my very honest opinion on NEO. The next one that we're going to be talking about in today's video, that stock is NCLH. All right, and NCLH, I actually told you guys in the last video to watch this thing for a long when it was at like 24.40. Right after that video, it actually dipped really, really fast towards 23.60 and bounced ferociously. So there was some money to be made to the long side. It also provided a day trading opportunity right over here, right there, right here. So if you miss the dip buy and you miss the run up, there was a chance to get back in right here at like 25.50 and to sell over here or over here, right? Or right when it started to break down over here. So the opportunity was there to make money on this one. It didn't go to $28 like I've mentioned in that video. It could take a little bit longer to get there. So definitely keep this one on watch. A good buying point for this one would be anywhere at like $24 before we see another rebound on like Wednesday, maybe Thursday, back to like $26 and then eventually moving up to 28. So that's my very honest opinion, and that's where I stand on the cruise lines. So just be mindful of that if you're trading this one still. So the next one that we're going to be addressing in this video, that stock is SQ. All right, and somebody asked about it. I like SQ for one reason. All right, one reason is this: there's a flag on the weekly right there, a giant flag on the weekly. It looks clean. The same flag that Amazon showed. My thing is, the thing that worries me just a little bit is that it could do what Amazon did, meaning it could drop back in here towards 250 before going sideways, then eventually popping out of there. And for those of you who forgot what Amazon looks like, this is Amazon. All right, and the flag on Amazon is right there. It looked pretty good, bounced off support, and then eventually just gave out. This is what I'm talking about with Square, all right? It may not do the same thing. It may just trade around here, the 263 and the 270 range before moving back up with the market. So I am looking at it for these two scenarios, and I hope that answers your question. If it is clean, if it does stay here, I think it can definitely go up to 300 very soon, probably within the next like 3 weeks. I definitely think so, but that support level has to hold and not break down. All right, so just keep that in your watch list as well for the next few weeks. Now the next one, somebody asked about CRTX for the bears. And I do agree with you. Your question was a little bit early, and I hope you didn't short it too early. Your question was on like the 8th, I think, or the 9th, right over here. And it went up a little bit more, but right now there is a bearish harami on the chart right over there. And the bear started taking over. And I don't think that it's going to bounce ferociously. I think that it's going to continue to fade all the way down to like 80 bucks. The contract's not looking bad. The spread is a little big. Like if you look at the spread over here, it's like $2, $4 on here, and then $2. So you may want to watch out for that. Like as soon as you buy, especially if you like buy the ask, you will immediately be down. And then if the stock kind of wastes your time, then you're just gonna get crushed by data. So just keep that in mind. But the way this is looking, I'm not bullish on it. It had its move, it had its moments. And people who bought in at these levels will want to sell and take some money off the table, which provides an opportunity for the bears, right? So yeah, definitely keep this one on your watches for a potential short, for a continuation down towards 80 bucks, all right? Now, the last one that I want to talk about in this video, that stock is GM. And GM, not my favorite stock to trade. Like, I don't touch this one too much. The volume is a little low. It's kind of choppy. It's not very clean. Lacks direction. Be very careful with this one, especially if you dip buying at these levels. Again, the market is a little bit down. And I think this one could continue a little bit lower towards like the $50 mark. I really do. That's the level of, well, the previous level of support is at 46. All right. But that's a little too low. I think we can get all the way down to like 50 first, and then from there we will see. So be very careful if you dip buying here. If you trade in options, especially contracts that are like super close, don't get crushed by theta, especially if the stock wastes your time. All right. I'm not touching this one because I just don't see the opportunity to trade this one at all. And that is my very honest opinion on the stock, and that is the end of the video. Again, do not forget to annihilate the like button for the YouTube algorithm. As always, it helps the channel a lot. It allows more people to get this knowledge as well. Also, if you are new to the channel, definitely click on subscribe and click on the notification bell along with all notifications. That way you don't miss out on future uploads. If you would like to be part of a private Discord community, you can find that as the very first link in the description of the video below. If you're not following us on social media, you can find me at Paul Nguma and at PATTERNOLOGY LAB on Instagram and on Twitter. And lastly, if all of this is brand new to you, if you're interested in getting started in the stock market, I'll have some very basic step-by-step directions in the description of the video below. Step 1 to step 3. It only takes about 15 minutes or less for you to get signed up with all the tools you need to start trading immediately. You can also get 2 free stocks valued up to $1,850 right after you sign up with Webull using the third link in the description of the video below. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Nguma with PATTERNOLOGY LAB, where we trade patterns and patterns only. And I will see all of you in the next video, right? Enjoy the outro.